Dogecoin technical analysis in 5 minutes. All right, we're going to take it from the top. Here we have the yearly chart. And what we can see here is that Doge started at nothing, had a big year, still was up 3,536%, while it could have been up way more because it did reach a high in the 70-cent handle. It couldn't hold much of that. And then in 2022, which we are at April 26th today, this thing is down about 20%. So far, what we can see here is a big year in 2021, and so far an inside candle for 2022. If we go down to the quarterly chart, what we see is the big push followed by the slow spiral death that's been happening with Doge. So the story of Doge is one big push and then a slow death so far. At this level, there's only one significant price to be looking at, and given that this is a quarterly, we'll make it a maroon brown. So 25 cents 38 is the only critical level that matters when looking at this time frame. If we go to the monthly, it allows us just to see again that big story of the big push, and then we can see that it consolidated for a long time, pushed lower, and then has been trading at a pretty tight level. We're going to put another number of levels here. This 33 cent 78, as we can clearly see, was the closing of April 2021. On a closing monthly level, Doge has not been able to get above that pretty important level. And then in July of 2021, which was almost a year ago, it took a while for it to crack below this 20 cent 78. It was only after the November kind of crypto crash that it was able to get below it. And then it's been trading pretty tightly. The last level here on this monthly chart that's worth noting is here in February 2022. The 13 cent 35 seems to be like an important level so far. We really have to go down to the weekly chart to see, okay, what's happening with Doge? We have the first big push, no surprise there. And then there's been the slow spiral death, right? There was a move down, and then it tried to retest, never made it all the way up to 56 cents, pushed lower, and then it rotated again to that pivot around the 33, 34 cents, pushed lower, retest, and then after that, it made a new cycle low. It consolidated for a long time, and then it started to do smaller rotations. So we're going to go to the daily chart right here and outline those daily rotations. Once it got below 20 cents 78, here at 19 cents, we can see that this became a very significant level of resistance. And then once it pushed lower, it made another pivot high here, which is actually the 16 cents 54, which is the closest key level of resistance that's been holding any upside for Doge. Then when we start looking to see if there is a turn happening, what I would say is that there is a trade at around these levels on the bullish side. The one thing to keep in mind is that for the last week or so, the crypto market has been seeing a lot of downside. So bullish trades have to be taken with some caution. However, if you're looking to go long on Doge, there's some signs that this could be the turn level. As shown on the monthly chart, this 1335 has been pretty significant, and you can see that it held and then it got below, and then it rotated kind of near the February 24th low, and then from there was a big push from about 11 cents all the way to 17. You're talking about a 70 to 80% move. And from there, it kind of found resistance at 16 cents, which we've noted. And then it has kind of consolidated, but it's been consolidating above this 13 cents 35 on the monthly. And then with 2 days ago, with the announcement of Elon buying Twitter, and when Doge being kind of Elon's meme coin, we saw a big 20% day. Yesterday, we got an inside candle. And the bullish trade here is going long Doge at market, 1367. Ideally, you don't want to see closes on the daily chart below 13.35, and you would put your stop at 12 cents 26, if not lower. If you really wanted to play conservative, the 11 cent cycle low would be a very hard level to reach on kind of intraday volatility. And if you're looking for 19 or 20 cents, which is a 70-80% move, or even as high as 25 cents, which would be a 100% move, there could be grounds to putting a stop as low as 11 cents. For right now, it's really about watching. We had this big day inside candle. You really want to be seeing if there's a turn happening. If you go to the 12-hour, nothing to show. And if we go to the 4-hour, we're at least getting some minimization of volatility, but nothing there yet. And this is the hourly chart. Not much to see. So to recap, we'll bring it to the monthly, and we can remember that there was the big push, consolidation, push lower. There's been some tight volatility. This 13.35 is important. If we go to the weekly, the slow spiral is still in place. We need to see 16 cents break. We need to see 19 cents break. And if one wants to take a bullish trade, we're probably near the zone that Doge would want to hold to see 19 cents or 20 cents, and you'd be taking close to an 80% gain by doing that. So that's Dogecoin. This is 100x only. Thanks for listening. We'll talk soon.